Oh my goodness. So this is like May 2021. Now, videos are going to be dropping on here every single month, of course, but I like to kind of do this little date and timestamp just for when I look back on it. And this is exactly 1 month since I've restarted this. And this month, and for the next couple of videos, we're going to be talking about something that's so important. And, I know so many of you, all of you have a desire for something better, a better life, a better job, or the desire for more. More love, more happiness, more money, more joy, more peace. We have that desire for more. So this, and on that M word, this month and this video specifically is about that huge M word, which is manifestation. Manifestation. I know it might sound like a super spiritual word, and I'm here in Bali and it's like a yogi talk or a guru, but manifestation is very powerful. Now, if you don't know what manifestation is, this is basically what you say, what you think, how you feel shows up. Basically, look at manifestations as showing up. So if I want to manifest something, that means it's going to show up. Now, first of all, before we even jump into manifestation, let's jump into what is happening at every single moment of your life. You're manifesting. Every single moment, you're manifesting. Many of us manifest our fears. Like, I really don't want this to happen. It would suck if that happens. Because what happens is we're putting all of our energy, all of our thoughts, all of our feelings on that happening. So then what happens? It magnetizes itself to us. One of the to summarize this really quick, and then we'll jump into manifestation. To summarize this really quick, is I want you to imagine you're driving on a scooter or a car. Let's say a scooter, because it's Bali. Let's keep it like that. Let's say there's a truck on the left-hand side, and there is a wall on the right-hand side, and you're trying to go through the middle. Now, when you go through the middle, what are you going to focus on? What would you focus on? Would you focus on the truck there to the left that you don't want to hit, or the wall to the right that you don't want to hit? If you're like most people, you probably just thought, well, I'm going to look straight ahead. I'm not going to look at either side of those, which is perfectly right, because what would happen if you did look at the truck when you're trying to go between the truck and the wall? Or what would happen if you looked at the wall? You would hit it. And this is how manifestation is in our lives. But it's not that immediate danger. We don't feel it. We just say, just focus on if that did happen, that'd be horrible, instead of focusing on what it is that we want. Which is why in the beginning of all of these videos, you'll see one of the most important things is, what do you want? Because then you have a target to go for. Now, I used to be someone who used to say what I don't want. I don't want this. What I want in a partner, I don't want this in a partner. What I want where I live at, it's like, I don't want snow. I don't want this. And that goes back to the whole psychological thing of, don't think of the pink elephant. Don't think of the pink elephant. Don't think of the pink elephant. Like, it's the same thing. So when it comes to manifestation, what you think and you feel, that determines how you act. And all those three combined together is what magnetizes you. Let's put it like this. If you believe, by the way, there's a lot of dogs here in Bali, by the way. If you believe that people are evil, you believe people are evil, then what do you think is going to happen? Do you think you're going to meet a lot of nice people? No, you're going to start to activate something in your brain called the RAS, the reticular activating system. They are also known as the cognitive reticular function, where you're just going to see evil people. Evil people are just going to end up popping in and out of your life all the time. If you go to a place, you say, everyone's just a horrible driver. What do you think you're going to start to notice? Everyone's just driving horribly. But here's the magic. If you were to say, wow, everyone is such a great driver here, all of a sudden, everyone will be driving great. Now, what does that mean? That's manifestation. You manifested what you wanted by what you thought, what you felt, and what you did. So manifestation is super important, and we're always manifesting. This is the thing to remember. This is what I think so many people forget, including myself, is that you're manifesting in every single moment of the day. You're manifesting everything. Wow, I look fat today. Wow, I don't look good today. I woke up this morning. It's very interesting. I woke up this morning and I started to think, the people who die young. Now, there's no fact to this at all. This is just something that I thought of this morning, and it goes hand in hand with this. Are they people who are scared to get old? Like, I think if someone who had a true desire to get old, they'd be secretly manifesting themselves to get old. And the people who kind of die young, what if they were like, I'm so scared to get old, I don't want to get old. And they literally manifested their destiny. They manifested exactly what they wanted, was to not get old, and they didn't get it. So when it comes to manifestation, you gotta be very careful. It's why your thoughts are so powerful. It's why I created this entire charmed year that you're taking part of right now, is because that's how powerful I believe your thoughts are. If you truly believe something is the end of something, that's gonna make you feel different than it being the beginning of something. And based on those feelings and your thoughts and actions, that's gonna lead to what is gonna be manifested for you. Will new opportunities be manifested for you if you believe it's the end or if it's the beginning? Like, you see how all that goes hand in hand. So when it comes to manifestation, there are some things that I want you to really think of. I want to give you a tool really quick, and it's not even a tool. This is just something that I want you to do. I want you to manifest something small. Something small. Like, I want you to manifest, and I got this from Gabby Bernstein. It wasn't in manifesting, but it was more she used it for a sign. But I want you to manifest this. I want you to think of something. It could be anything. Manifest seeing, I don't know, a yellow elephant. Manifest it. Like, I'm gonna see a yellow elephant. Something that you wouldn't ever see. And then during the day, I want you to pay attention today as you go around. And watch your heart drop when it shows up in a way you never expected. And I tell you a yellow elephant because that's what I manifested. I was like, I need to see a yellow elephant. That's what I'm manifesting. If I'm meant to just keep on this course and do what I'm doing, show me a yellow elephant. And I was riding maybe 4 or 5 minutes, no, probably about 5 minutes later, I drive by this little temple, and there's not one, there's 2 yellow elephants outside. They were statues, but they were painted yellow, and I've never seen a yellow elephant since. And it wasn't Ganesha, which is one of the gods that are here and the Hindu gods that you see everywhere. It wasn't. It was literally an elephant. And it really made me start to think like, oh my goodness, like, that's how powerful our thoughts are. So a lot of times our thoughts they're not directed at something. So when it comes to manifestation, this is where we get it's not powerful because we're not focused on anything. We have the truck and we have the wall, but we're not focused on anything. By the way, I'm gonna show you guys where I am recording this right now. There's monkeys all here, and we have our dog out, and our dog goes crazy for the monkeys, so I apologize if she starts to go crazy. See, right there what I just did. I'm just manifesting what I want to happen. Can you see that? We do it all the time, but once you become aware of it, you'll be very careful. You'll be very careful what you say. Like, no, there's no monkeys coming. My dog is gonna be calm. She's fine. But one of the keys when you start to do this is you have to truly, truly be in the moment. Have you ever seen someone who's really attractive? Maybe as you're listening to this video or listening to this audio, watching this video, can you just maybe close your eyes for a second and just think of someone really attractive? Really attractive. Everything, their eyes, their hair, or lack of hair, their smile. Now, if you were to really do that exercise, I was really taking you through a process, maybe like 30 seconds or a minute, you'd start to feel something. You'd feel the hormones, the sensations in your body, because you truly have imagined that. And it's like it's happening right now. You see that person, you feel them there. That's powerful. And the more you can feel it, the more you can see it, the more you can taste it, the more you can smell it, the more powerful your magnetic energy comes for that thing. This is why it's so powerful. This is why visualization works so amazing. Because it works because you are there, you see it, you feel it. And here's the crazy thing is when you manifest it, when you truly manifest something, I don't think it's like a shock. I think when you manifest something, it's just like, yeah, of course. Like, yeah, of course. You'll live in this of course mindset. Of course it happened. Of course an opportunity happened for me. Of course I was able to get that. Of course a way opened up, a door opened. Of course someone just showed up and gave me exactly what I was looking for that day. Of course I met that person. Because you truly believed it so deep down. And I want you to really, truly believe it, something that you're manifesting. Something in your life. If you want to manifest a house, I did this when I started doing programs by someone by the name of Lacey Phillips. She runs a company called To Be Magnetic. And as as she talked about, she's like, manifest this dream place you want. I manifested this villa for us in Bali. I kid you not. I wanted a place with 3 chairs, a hammock, a place to lay out, a pool, 3 bedrooms, white walls, a bathtub, plants in the bathroom, because most of the showers here in Bali are open showers, so you can see the sky and moon when you're in the shower. But plants, I manifested all of this. And we moved into a villa probably like 2 weeks later that had 90% of everything in it. And I got there and I was like, this is close enough. I was like, this is close enough. There's not a hammock, but I could hang my hammock on those trees if I wanted to, if I was a little bit lighter. And we stayed there for 5 months, loved the place. But 5 days before we were about to check out, we got some news that our place we're moving to wasn't ready yet. So the same owners of the villa we were staying at, they told us, hey, we have an extra villa that you're gonna use. You're gonna use it, and you can use it for 5 days before you go, because this place has someone coming in. And they were really nice. We love the people, French owners, amazing. So we move, and we're moving all the stuff, and we're having the housekeepers and everyone help us. And as soon as we walk into the new place, what do you think that place was? It was the villa that I manifested. Everything. I had 3 lawn chairs. The 3 lawn chairs were white. There was an umbrella. There was a hammock. There was a place to sit down. There was a bathtub. White walls everywhere. It was exactly what I manifested. Exactly. Like exactly. A couch in the room. It was the exact thing. You know, I looked at my girlfriend like, oh my gosh, this is what I wrote down. I had it on a sheet of paper. I had to go through this notebook and I found it. Like, this is what I manifested. So then I think about it like, well, that's what I manifested. Why did I not get that first? Like, I manifested it. Then why weren't we here for 5 months? Why were we at that other place for 5 months? And then I realized something about manifestation. When you manifest something, in my experience, this is all my hallucination, you get what you've manifested or better. You get what you manifest or something better. Because when we move into the new place, like, it wasn't better than the place we stayed at for 5 months. It wasn't even close. And I started to think like, wow. Like, that's when I really started to think like, maybe this stuff is true. Because maybe like you're on the fence of that manifestation. I hear it all the time. It's super saturated, just like mindset, life coach. All these things are like overused and abused. But I found there was something true to that manifestation. And even if there was nothing true about it, I didn't want to believe it at all. Why would I want to start manifesting bad things to happen to me? You know, when you're on this path of manifestation, being in alignment means you become a match for what it is that you want. You know, I believe it was Dr. Joe Dispenza who said it best. Dr. Joe said something along the lines of like, if you're trying to find a partner. Now, Dr. Joe Dispenza is someone who I highly recommend you start to consume his content, because he talks so much about this. When you get your thoughts match your feelings match your actions, all these different things. But he said something, he talks more about mindset, but he started to talk about it if you wanted a partner. If you wanted to find that lover, that future spouse for you, that future person you spend all your time with. He said, what I want you to do is I want you to get a piece of paper. And I want you to write down everything about this person. Everything, all the qualities that they have, I want you to write it down. And we all start to write everything down. Okay, this, like nice, they smile all the time, they're kind to people, they have an open heart, they give so much, they honor themselves, they have great boundaries, they have a great focus for their life. Everyone wrote all this stuff down. Then we're done, put the paper down. And Dr. Joe says, everyone pick up your paper. So we pick up the paper. He says, see everything on that list? And we're like, yeah, okay. That you want for your partner? We're like, yeah, this is what I want for them. They're in shape, they work out, they eat healthy, they care about themselves, other people, all the stuff we wrote on the list. Then he's like, hey, everything on the list, I want you to become it. What? Become everything on that list. Now, why do we have to become everything on that list? For what reason? Becoming everything on the list, what does that do? Do we really need to? Like, for what? What does that do? What does that do, becoming everything on that list? It makes you magnetic for everything on that list. So many times we're being energetically protected from things. Now this video is going to be cut into a bunch of things, but I think we're going to leave the whole thing rolling. This is pretty good. We become an energetic match. We become an energetic match for it. Therefore, we're no longer being energetically protected from it. Now maybe I can go into another video before all these monkeys start to come out here. But energetically protected means that you're not ready to deal with that. So many of us, we want to, I don't know, we want $1 million. We want to have $1 million. Or maybe keep it simple. We want $100,000. Maggie, we want $100,000. But we're not ready to face what that means. Are we able to handle having that much? Are we able to handle having that much money? Are we able to handle losing that much money? Because maybe we get $1 million, but maybe we couldn't deal with losing $1 million. And that becomes a problem. Anyone who's in stocks or crypto or anything will tell you that. We need to become an energetic match for what we want. So most of the time we're being energetically protected. You know, I had a friend who they wanted to have a big audience. They want to really be in front of millions of people. So they would say they want to influence and inspire millions of people. And they love doing videos. So they're like, I want to do it through video. And I was like, that's amazing. I love it. I'm a video guy. That sounds perfect for me. And one of the challenges, they were like, well, you know, I just need to, I could have millions of people on there and it'd be good and I could help and everything. I was like, okay, cool. We'll do a live session to your audience that you have right now, which is just a couple hundred people. And they were like, oh, I'm a little bit nervous to do it in front of that many people. Now, me telling you that story and understanding energetic protection, can you understand why that person was being protected, not being put in front of millions of people? Because they wouldn't be able to deal with it. They can't hold that much. It's about what you can hold. Like, I drink a lot of water. I can carry this big bottle now, but I drink all of this. Can you imagine someone who has a little bladder like this and they're trying to carry this much water? This becomes more of a burden than it does help. This helps me, it keeps me hydrated during the day. But for someone who's super small, who can't drink all this in a day, if you gave it to them, 1.4 liters, they would go around and have this thing, drink it, then they have to go to the bathroom every 10 minutes. They're being energetically protected. But you get to a point where you can carry this much. You're strong enough to carry it. You can hold what it holds. Maybe someone who carries something like this, you don't even believe that you can find a place to fill it up with this much water. Or maybe you haven't learned the art of giving. And you're being protected because if you got all this, you'd use it for yourself. Where someone else who's energetically capable of believing that they can get more water anytime they want. So now when they fill this up, not only do they drink it, but they share it with other people. Now you've gotten to a completely different level. Completely different. So I want you to think about this. I want you all to, your assignment for this video is to find something to manifest. Something. Anything. And I want you to make it happen. Feel it. Imagine seeing it. What it looks like. How you feel when you do see it. Something that is impossible for it to happen. Something you couldn't see happening right now. So I want you to think of something right now. An animal, a fruit, something. Now think about it. Your assignment is to manifest that. Write it down. See what it looks like. Where do you see it? What does it look like? How do you see it? Where do you see it? How does it look like? Ask these questions over and over again. And now you've just started the very first part of manifesting what it is that you want. Seeing through the gap. Not the wall, not the truck, through the gap. And that is step number 1 and the very basics of manifestation from the Charmed Ear.